So today we're going to touch on kind of a fun topic, and that is marketing, branding, and advertising. There are some unexpected ways you can market your organization that you probably never thought of. One is your Form 990. It tells the story of your organization in a way that the public is going to see it, and you should use it to its best advantage. So we're going to talk about that. Guidestar.org is another free way to market your organization by really beefing up the content that you put in there. So let's talk about ways to get your best foot forward with your organization by using these marketing and branding tools. Let's get started. Any business needs to market to stay in business, or at least most of them do. And your nonprofit is no different. You need to be out there in front of the public, being seen, being recognized, having your consistent brand in front of people. And social media is the best thing to do that with. It's no cost. You have an audience of untold millions of people. You have a way to post different things that can help you show different areas. This is where that storytelling, the data-driven storytelling could come into play. You could write an article talking about how you impacted a certain segment of the population. You could write an article about how you're helping rescue animals. You can make that passion show through with photographs, with videos. There's just so many ways that you can brand and market your organization. Another thing I want to stress about that, though, is consistency. You don't want to just go all in and be in social media for a month and then you disappear. You want to stay at the top of mind with your audience. You want to be consistent with your marketing. One great tool that used to be paper but now is more electronic is a newsletter. Send out a monthly newsletter to your list of contacts. Keep it top of mind for them. Make it easy for them to give. Have buttons that say, click here to give. Make it just seamless and easy because people are on their phone. They're not usually going to be at their laptop. They're going to want an easy way to give if they feel their heartstrings tug to the point that they want to give money. So just be sure that you have the consistent message and you have the branding in place. And personal story on this one, I've told you what brought me into the nonprofit organization that I led was a bike event, a road cycling event. And after I rode in that first one, and that was the first road cycling event I'd ever done. It was the first time I'd ever really ridden my new road bike for any length of time. And I got on the board after that, and I began leading road bike rides. Started like 5:30 in the evening. We'd meet up at the community center, and we'd ride 20, 30, 40 miles, 2 or 3 nights a week. So that really beefed up the cyclists that were invested in the organization and knew about the organization. And it really took off to the point that sometimes we had over 30 people at these weekday rides. And then before we had our annual cycling event, I would start the social media push and I would begin emailing past participants and I would really pump it out there on social media to the point sometimes people would say, okay, I'll sign up if you'll just leave me alone, in a good-natured way. So that being said, you just have to be persistent and consistent with your marketing. And I know from experience how that can turn things around to really grow events and to really grow your impact. So in the realm of advertising and marketing, you might think, I'm not qualified to do that. Just like I'm not a business person. I'm not a marketing person. I don't know how to start. So there are people who can help you with that. And it's not that expensive. I work with a video guy that helps me do professional videos. There are marketing agencies that can help you. And a lot of times they're going to give a discount to nonprofits. Of course, you can Google or chat GPT anything and come up with some decent marketing strategies there too. But I just want to encourage you to reach out if you don't feel like you have that background. Start exploring some opportunities. It doesn't ever hurt to get quotes and just see what you can come up with to get your mission out there. So along with your marketing, you want to be sure to share your program impacts to the public. That's what you're about. That's why you're in this mission, to have the positive outcomes that you set out to achieve. When I was on the board of the community center, another board member and I went to a conference called the Southeast Festivals and Events Organization. And we learned a lot about how to get surveys out after a program or an event. You can do it online. through SurveyMonkey when we did that with our bike events. You can do in-person surveys, and you don't have to survey everyone. You survey a few people that attended your fundraiser, for instance, and you find out how they felt about it, and you get their direct quotes, and then you put those into your grant applications, and you put those on your marketing, and you have that personal aspect, not just you saying what's going on in your organization, but others giving you positive feedback, and that means a world of difference to people looking at funding your organization. If you are interested in learning more about how to run your nonprofit using business principles, please tune in to the first video of this series, which is all about diversifying your revenue streams. Thanks for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you soon.